We were expanding our Munster, Germany ceiling tile plant, and I was assigned to the project as a corporate industrial engineer. My specific task was to develop a discrete event simulation model for this expansion. Now, a model is supposed to act like the process and allow you to try various scenarios to see what impact changes on the process would make to things like output, downtime, and scrap. Now, no one at Armstrong at the time had experience in it, and I hadn't done any simulation programming for many, many years. So I knew whatever I had used was out of date, and I would have to find something new and learn it. So I did some research, and I found a company and a program called Simul8. I bought it, I tried it, and I realized I was in over my head. So fortunately, I found a company that trained people in how to program this model called Simul8. And they were in Toronto, Canada. So I took some training in Toronto and I felt a lot more confident. In fact, during the couple days that I was there, we kind of built a portion of the overall finished model. I decided that I probably would need some help as I was finishing up the model, so I purchased what they called coaching. And so what that meant was from time to time, if I were to get stuck, I could reach out for help, and for an hourly fee, an experienced programmer could help me get past my problem in the program. Now, eventually, I finished the simulation model, and of course, I had to pay for some help. The good news was we were able to apply the simulation model to our proposed expansion, and we were able to check out many design scenarios, and it helped us improve and optimize the design of the overall equipment layout. The problem, or the bad news, was because I had written the program, it was so slow. It took hours to try each scenario. And part of the reason, and the main reason, was although I learned how to program, I really didn't have the experience and didn't know how to optimize the program for speed and efficiency. So what I realized from that was, hey, this is a great tool to use for any proposed plant changes and expansions in the future. But rather than be a programmer, I could play a much more valuable role for future projects as I now understood the critical elements of the simulation, as well as having contacts that knew how to program way better than I ever could. I could help others decide if buying a simulation model for their project made sense, and then what I could do is engage the experienced programmers if we decided to purchase a model. So the overall learning is you can't be an expert in everything. Sometimes it's better to find an expert and outsource it to them. I hope this story provided you with some inspiration to revisit your own processes. I have a lot more I'd like to share. Head over to pi-partners.com to learn how I can help. And check back from time to time for more Kaizen stories.